Alright, what's going on, everybody? We're back on the Z125, and today I'm going to be doing the 5 things I love about this bike. Now, I'm at the beach right now, so we're just going to be kind of taking a cruise around, and I have some things listed out. And I also will be doing a 5 things I hate about this eventually as well, so be sure to subscribe for that as well if you're not already subscribed. But let's get going here. Still trying to get wheelies down on this thing. I'm getting better, but I'm still not really, can't hold them too long at all. Anyway, I also just passed 2,000 miles here. I bought this thing with 75 miles, and that was probably 3 months ago. So I've just been really putting on the use. It's surpassed the miles that my KLX has. And I actually only brought this to the beach. I didn't bring the KLX. I was contemplating even bringing this because just the saltwater air tends to make things rust really quick, but I've been trying to be careful about it, wash it off quick, and put it in the best spot I can. But yeah, for the first thing, the 5 things I love about this bike, first thing is going to be this display on the front. Now, some people might have mixed sense about this because I'm comparing it to my other street legal bike, which is a KLX 300. And on the KLX 300, it's got a decent dash, very average digital dash. It has everything that this has except for the gas gauge and the gear indicator. So, you know, obviously this display has the gas gauge, gear indicator, the odometer, speedometer, and then obviously your tach right here, the analog tach. So that's really great comparing it to what I'm coming from. But most people are probably going to be comparing this to the Grom, which has an all-digital display. But from what I've seen, it's all the same features, just in a completely digital display. So tachometer is digital. That's pretty much the difference. But so I love the display. That's going to be the first thing. And for the second thing I love about the bike, we're going to be talking about kind of the riding position. And I'll go ahead and hop off the bike for a second here so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's got these grooves right here, which is kind of just where your knees go. And I like these grooves for the most part. I'm about 5'11", so this is a plus for me, these grooves, because my feet fit in here. I do have to put my foot a little bit farther back on the peg, because you know, if I have it full up like that, it kind of sits right there. But if I put my foot back a little bit on the peg, and for those taller guys, there is aftermarket rear sets you can get that are a little bit lower to fix this problem. But the only issue I see with this, where it could potentially be something I put into the 5 things I hate, is for the bigger riders, taller riders, your knee's not really fitting in here. So for me, 5'11", it works great. I feel like just about any taller than I am, you might start having issues with that, or you might not like it. Woo! So yeah, it's a plus for me since it works for me and a person my size, but I think I will include it in the 5 things I hate as well, because I can see how it wouldn't work for someone who's a little bit taller than me. So if that makes any sense. It's pretty windy today. Hopefully my mic's doing decent here. But my thing number 3 I love about the bike is just how it looks. I'm sure everyone watching this video has seen a Grom, and I don't really feel like Groms are going after kind of the street bike look. So I give props to Kawasaki for changing it up from the Grom and going for something different, because this strikes me more as like a street bike, a smaller scale street bike in terms of looks. Now obviously it only goes 60. It's just a little mini bike, good for cruising and whatnot, but I really like how it looks. I really do. I like how, now don't get me wrong, I like how Groms look. They have their own thing going, but that's going to be the 3rd thing I love. Not much to say about it, but I like how it looks. And the street bike style vibe that I think it kind of gives off, but it's somewhere between like a street bike and just a regular, I don't know. I like the looks of it. That's number 3. And going into the 4th thing that I love about the Z125 is going to be the price. So I don't know if this is the same in your area, but when I was looking for a mini bike, I was looking for, you know, Grom, Z125. The monkeys are a little bit more expensive, so, but really anything. I was open to anything. And You guys can tell me in the comments if it's like this in your area, but generally I saw the Z's listed for, you know, about $300 less than a Grom. So if you saw a Z and a Grom posted both the same year, right around the same miles, for whatever reason the Grom seemed to go for a little bit more, from my area at least. And I do believe these MSRP a little bit lower, but yeah, you can find these in the $2,600 to $2,800 range all day, whereas the Groms would go for somewhere between, you know, $3,000, $3,200, sometimes even $3,500 for like a 2018 with low miles. So that's gonna be the fourth thing I love. To add on to the better price than a Grom, it also, you know, to add on to that, it's a Kawasaki, you know, it's a name brand bike. It's gonna hold its value even if you put hundreds, thousands of miles on it. If you take care of it and do your regular maintenance, you're gonna be able to resell this thing for near what you got it at. I mean, I haven't thought about reselling this yet. I think I'm just gonna be running up the miles. I've been doing deliveries, been using it for whatever, really, just everything. And well, yeah, the price and along with the price comes with your resale value. You know, these things really hold their value. And going into my fifth point is going to be reliability. So I know I've heard of some problems with the 2021s. You know, I think they might have had like a recall with the ECU to where the bikes just won't start. I've seen some of that in some Facebook groups I'm in. I don't know too much about that, but with my experience, it's been a super reliable bike, just always starts right up. And you can kind of expect that with these big brand Japanese bikes, you know, Honda, Kawasaki, whatever it is. They're really reliable. You just do your oil change every now and then and fill it up with gas, and it's going to be good for the most part. You know, you'll have to replace some parts here and there, like a sprocket, you know, tires, the wear and tear parts, but really that's every so often that you have to do those things on these little bikes. And you know, if you've been looking at getting one of these and you're also kind of contemplating the Chinese alternatives, like, I don't know, the Benelli looks like one of the better Chinese options that you can go with, but there's plenty of other knockoff Chinese brand bikes. And yeah, you can get it for cheaper, but from what I've seen, they're harder to get parts for, and they break more often, and these things are just brutes. You keep them in the stock form at least, which I really like about the bike. So I enjoy just being able to go out there, turn it on and rip it. So that's another plus. And I'm gonna leave the video with one last thing, a little extra thing I love about the bike. I really like the bike. I've said it on my Instagram before. I'm always gonna have a mini now. I think I'm always gonna have a mini bike, whether it be, you know, a Z125, a Grom, a Monkey, whatever they come out with. I'm really hooked on the mini bikes. They're a blast. And on the mini bikes in general, Z125 falls into it. Another plus is not really having to worry about speeding. You know, not to say you can't get a speeding ticket. It's obviously possible, but you know, I find myself kind of cruising along doing the speed limit, sometimes, you know, 5, 10 over, but you're not going to be doing 100 miles an hour down the road on this thing. And from my experience, when you're on these things, cops seem to kind of just look the other way. And I don't know if it's because it's a smaller bike, you don't really get noticed as much, or if they kind of group you into the mopeds and they're like, he's not speeding, he's just on a moped. I don't know, but I haven't had any problems with cops on this bike at all. And that's gonna do it for the 5 things I love about this bike. Be sure to subscribe. I do the Z125, you know, mini moto, mini bike content, as well as my dual sport stuff and just regular dirt bike and motocross type stuff. So be sure to subscribe for that. I'll be doing a 5 things I hate about the bike as well here soon. But all in all, love the bike. I don't have any plans on selling it anytime soon. I've been having a blast on this thing, and a couple of friends got them now, so it's just all around a super fun bike. So thank you guys for watching this one, and be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in that next video.